Hey, Kenny. How did James do with what you guys put on his plate as far as handling what was expected of him pre-snap?
I thought he did a really nice job. I mean, he checked us in there about 6 checks that he made at the line of scrimmage, 3 run game checks that could have been explosive plays, and then 2 shot checks from empty that he checked us into that were really, really good checks where we got, one-on-one with safeties with some of our best guys. So I thought he did a really nice job with his eyes pre-snap.
Coach Norvell said the coaching staff has started prepping for Miami, but the players in practice is maybe more of a fundamental this week, kind of using that bye week. How valuable do you think after playing a game, after seeing what went right, what went wrong, that bye week is to kind of correct things before a run of games?
I think it's great. I think it's great for our players just to understand, how they need to prepare. When you play a game and you understand what went wrong. I mean, we went and showed our guys after the game mistakes we made in practice, and the exact same play that we did in the game made the exact same mistake, identical. So we made a cut up and actually showed them that. And for them, I think they had a sense of emphasis today that, man, preparation is key. And if we want to go be productive on Saturday, we have to prepare like that. So I felt that sense of urgency. So I love the fact we have this bye week to really focus on us and focus on getting better.
Hey, Kenny, as far as the offensive line goes, did you feel like when that first 5 was in there, I know you guys ended up having to mix and match a lot throughout the second half, but was that about what you were hoping for out of that first group?
I did. I thought they did a really nice job. Early in the game when we had those guys rolling, I thought as an offense and as a football team, we were rolling a little bit. Obviously, that's a hard position to shuffle guys in and out of. And, I think we had 4 guys go down throughout various points of the game. And that's just hard to manage. But, us as a staff got to do a better job managing those situations. And we got to do a better job just managing those situations and being able to work with what's in the game at the current time and playing guys' strengths.
So much of the preseason talk with James Blackman and in general with the offense was responding to adversity. When he started getting hit, when protection started breaking down after he threw the interception, how did he do in that sense?
I honestly thought he did fine, I think. But what happened in the second half was more the situations. His eyes were bad a few times. But when you're put in situations, it was very similar to our second scrimmage, to be honest. When you look at the second half, and we have, I think it was 4 drives, is over 10 plays or more, but we only had, I think, 23 yards in a 10-play drive. That's just a direct reflection of penalties and MAs that we can sustain a drive for 10 plays and only go 23 yards. So I think when you do that, it puts yourself in situations where we're at 2nd and 20. He's going to have to hold on to the ball. That's the call we have because of the situation. We're at 3rd and 15. He's going to have to hold on to the ball. And anytime you face a college football team and you put yourself in situations offensively where you have to hold the ball 15 times in a half for shots down the field, that's not who we want to be, and that's not productive football. And I think that's what showed up a lot in the second half for him was just the situations we put ourselves in because of penalties and because of MAs. And, yeah, are there a few plays he wants to have back? Are there a few corner routes that I think he could have taken quick? Yes. But for the most part, I think part of that was situationally.
Hey, Coach, obviously you guys are like to rely on the tight ends a lot, and Cam got off to a hot start. But talk a little bit about him and Preston Daniels. Obviously played a lot, and how Preston accounted for himself as a true freshman in his first game.
I thought he did some good things. I think at some point, you could see he got a little tired. You could see there was a lot on his plate. Asking a true freshman to go in there and be an impact player, block at the point of attack. I was proud of how he played. I thought he was a bright spot being a true freshman. I think he had 1 MA in the football game. But for him, it wasn't too big for him, and that's really what you're looking for when you're playing a true freshman at his first start. Is it too big for him? So, yeah, there were some ups and downs, but for the most part, I was proud of how he played.
Ken, sometimes in the second half, it seemed like they were dropping 7 or 8 into coverage. For a quarterback, when there's that much traffic, in your passing windows, what's the key to be able to thrive, I guess, in those sort of conditions?
I think the key is not get yourself in situations where a team can do that. Teams are going to do that when you're in 2nd and 15 because you get a penalty. Teams are going to do that when you're in 3rd and 13 because you get a penalty. So I think the key to being productive is not putting yourself in those situations, because you can look across college football and go look at, teams' success rates on 3rd and 10 plus. Nobody's good. So for us, we have to do a better job keeping ourselves in better situations. And I mean, it happened multiple times in the game, 3rd down penalties, 2nd down, a few busts, where instead of it being a 2nd and 6 because we call it a run play, we take a TFL, 3rd and 15. The difference in a 3rd and 6 versus a 3rd and 15 is one of the 10 guys not doing their job. And that's what you saw a lot on Saturday was 10 guys doing it right. Should be there. One guy doing it wrong. And that's what we're focusing on. That's what we're focusing on getting better, is all 11 doing it right so we can keep ourselves in those situations so where they're not dropping 8. So where we can be in a pass or run situation. We can call quick game and get the ball out fast and not put our right tackle on an island 3 straight plays. So I think part of that and a lot of that is due to the MAs and the mistakes that we made to put ourselves in those situations.
Had the drop passes been an issue throughout camp, or was that something that showed up on game day?
I mean, I wouldn't say they were an issue. I think they showed up on game day. But at the end of the day, we're going to make plays. I have full confidence in our wideouts. I have full confidence in Warren Thompson that the next time he steps foot on that football field, those plays are going to be made. And that's what we tell them. That's what we tell our guys is that's in the past. We're going to step out there the next time we practice today. We're going to catch the ball. We're going to come out tomorrow. We're going to catch the ball. And then next week, 2 weeks, when we play, 3 years from now, whenever we play, we're going to catch the ball. So I wouldn't say it's a problem, but it's definitely something that hurt us in the football game. When you talk about the lack of explosiveness we had on offense, it was quite apparent. Like I said, I think we had 5 drives of 12 plays or more, and 3 of those or 4 of those drives went for less than 35 or 40 yards. You're talking 3.5 yards a play on 12 plays. That's just weird, to be honest. That's not normal football because of the lack of explosiveness. So I think those drop balls definitely could have affected those situations. And I think the combination of us not having explosive plays with the combination of having a penalty or having an MA put us in the long yard situations, something's got to give at that point. Either you have to respond to a penalty and have an explosive play, which we didn't have, right? Or you can't have those penalties and you better be 4 yards in a cloud of dust. So we didn't really have either, which I think that was kind of where we fell short.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Awesome. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day.